Ciao, 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 beautiful people. So today we're going to talk about a beautiful topic. Often I'm asked, how is it that you're able to manifest so well in your life? And I always call myself the manifesting queen. And there's this key ingredient that I want to talk to you all about today, which is gratitude. So in order to manifest, you need to keep your vibration up pretty high, right? The lower vibrations, which is shame, guilt, sadness, anger, these are low vibes. It's pretty difficult to manifest when you're carrying those low vibes. To get to a high vibration, a lot of people think constant happiness and constant positivity. But I always tell my clients, it is impossible to be 100% happy and 100% positive all the time. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. We all have our moments. We all have our challenges. That's just life, right? And so instead of thinking of it from, oh, we have to be constantly happy and constantly positive, I'd rather say we have to be in a state of gratitude. We have to be grateful. And so I always tell my clients that one thing that they can do that's really, really, really helpful is every single night and every single morning. If you don't want to write it down, writing it down is probably the best thing to do. But if you don't have time or you don't want to write it down, at least making a mental note. So those are my prayers. And I know a lot of people's prayers sound something like this. Dear God, please, I want this and I want that. And now I want this and I want this and I want that. Instead, my prayers sound more like, thank you, God. I'm so grateful for. And then I make a list of everything that I'm grateful for. From things that sound very small, which aren't. At the end of the day, they're not small. They're pretty important. You know, running water, having a roof over your head, food, this stuff that a lot of us take for granted. And, you know, unless it's taken away from us, do we realize, oh my gosh, no, this wasn't something so small. This was something major. To even things such as beautiful interactions that we have during the day. So if you have that special interaction with a sibling, a parent, your partner, your kids, just saying, thank you so much for these people in my life. I had this beautiful interaction today. Thank you. One thing I'm very grateful for all the time is my career, right? So I'm very grateful when I'm able to help a client and, you know, see transformation. So I'm like, thank you, God, for the beautiful work that I do and that I get to help so many people. And so everything that you can think of during the day, go ahead and give thanks and be in that state of gratitude. So I know this man who's a wonderful, beautiful man, by the way, and he is always complaining, right? Always complaining about not having money. That's his thing. He wants to be wealthy. He wants to be rich. And so he's always complaining. And yet he has this beautiful wife who loves him and is very sweet, very loving, these wonderful kids. And he doesn't even see that. All he sees is, I want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. And so people will tell him, as a matter of fact, he has wealthy, rich friends who tell him, I wish I had your life. I wish I had your wife. I wish I had your kids. And sometimes it kind of sinks in, but for the most part, he's like, I just want money. I just want to be rich. And I don't know why I'm not. And he's very bitter about it, instead of realizing he's already abundant, right? He already has abundance. Abundance for him is all this love that he has from his family. And so when we are already grateful and already realize we are living in abundance, it's like the universe goes, yay, you're excited about this. Let me give you more. I want to give you more of this. Instead, when we're complaining, constantly upset, and, you know, whatever we're constantly focusing on, the lack, we get more of lack, right? But if we're focusing on the abundance that we already have in our life, and we all are abundant in some area of our life, so we just have to notice what it is, then the universe gives us more of that. And we're in this beautiful vibration of, you know, feeling like our cup is full. We're grateful for the life that we have. So anything extra is just extra, right? And you might think, but Connie, I have nothing good in my life. And every time a client will say that to me, we have to start small, right? And then when we start small, they realize all the beautiful things that they do have that maybe they're taking for granted right now. And so I encourage you to look at your life and just notice everything that you do love about your life right now. And I also encourage you to make a phone call. If you want, you can also send a text, but calling's even better. And even better than that is meeting the people in person to just tell the people in your life how much you love and appreciate them. It does make a difference. It makes them feel great, right? And it makes you feel great. And so your vibration gets higher and higher, and it feels good to let people know that you love and appreciate them so many times we take people for granted, and then when they pass on, we're like, God, I didn't tell them how much I love them enough. I didn't tell them that I was grateful enough. And so now is the time. As soon as you stop watching this video, I recommend that you make that phone call. Again, if you're not a talker, at least text or tell somebody, hey, can we meet up for coffee, and just say, I'm just grateful. Thank you so much for being in my life. Thank you for doing X, Y, and Z. And you'll see how good it's going to make you feel and how good it's going to make them feel. And you'll feel your vibration go and get in that constant, get in that state of constantly thanking people. I'll thank people at the grocery store, at the restaurants. Like I'm overly like, thank you so much. I'm really appreciative. Thank you. I'm very grateful. It feels good for them, feels good for me, and it puts me in that vibe. Again, the key isn't 100% happiness, 100% positivity, no negativity, clear, cancel, delete. No, that's not that's not the vibe here. The vibe here is just being grateful throughout the day and realizing even the smallest things. Even if you're like drinking a delicious cup of coffee and you're like, oh, I'm just so grateful. The other day, what was it? Yesterday, I was getting a facial. And I was just, during the facial, I was like, thanking God, thank you so much for these beautiful moments of self-care. I'm so grateful that I get to do this. And that, that I'm allowing myself, right? Because it comes from me to love myself and to have this self-care. And it just felt so good. It feels better when you're just grateful for even a facial, a massage, whatever it is, anything. And especially my work, I'm always talking about how much I love my work and how much I love my clients and how much I love, being able to help others. And so I'm in this constant state of like, gratefulness. So I hope this helps. And like I said, as soon as you're done watching this, please, please, please go up, call somebody and let them know how grateful you are to have them in your life. I hope this helps. I'll also create some videos pretty soon about other magical ingredients when manifesting, but this is the key one. Being grateful. Being grateful creates magic and miracles in your life. I promise you. Okay? Until next time. Ciao belli. Ciao.